Hello everyone, welcome to our second devlog. Before we dive into this devlog, let us introduce ourselves. We're two 16-year-olds, William, that's me, and Otis, that have been into game development for quite a few years now. 7 months ago, we started working on a game called Blitzmotion. So what is Blitzmotion all about? Blitzmotion is all about gravity. The main mechanic around which the game quite literally revolves is that each player has the ability to determine their gravity by looking in a direction and pressing the E key. With this in mind, we're designing the map in such a way that there is no universal up or down. We have drawn inspiration from the Dutch artist Escher. The primary game mode of Blitzmotion will be a fast-paced battle royale with 20 players in a match, where the last one alive wins. In December, we posted our first video showing our initial progress after 3 months of development. Since then, a lot has changed. We had only started development on what would eventually become Blitzmotion in October 2019. It was our first experience using custom multiplayer. We had used Photon Cloud for previous projects, but had never made our own multiplayer system. I had written the server in C++ using SFML, which did work initially, but became increasingly limiting since it meant that we couldn't implement proper server authority. Additionally, the code was very messy and it became very demotivating to implement new features. So we came to a realization that we needed a more sophisticated system. After 3 months, I finished work on a new networking framework called Blitznet that would allow us to easily implement all the features of the server authoritative model. With Blitznet, you can now easily create so-called net objects and have them instantiate across the network. These net objects can then have sync fields and RPCs attached to them. This is a fairly intuitive design that allows for an easy way to create multiplayer games with full server authority. While Blitznet is mostly done, it still has a few general as well as security issues that I need to patch later. Once Blitznet is done, I'm considering releasing it as well. After that was done, I started converting all of our multiplayer to Blitznet, adding the concepts of a server authoritative model such as movement and client-side prediction, server reconciliation as well as lag compensation. I read many articles on server authority and found the ones from Valve most useful. When implementing random spread for the shooting, we came up with a nice idea to preserve client-side prediction, but not give the client any authority over the spread. The server sends the client a random seed that determines the spread every time the client shoots. This random seed is then used for the next shot/spray, so the client is essentially always one step ahead and knows what the spread will be for the next shot/spray. As you have probably noticed in the video, we currently have 3 weapons in Blitzmotion: a shotgun, an AR and a sniper, for which I just finished creating new sounds. I also worked on the inventory/hotbar system that you can see on the right. Players will be able to pick up weapons that they find in loot crates. Otis has already created a really looking crate model. We've also added a new shield bubble item. It's a one-time use item that can be deployed anywhere to provide invincibility for those inside of it. Players inside can shoot anyone. However, the bubble swiftly shrinks in size and can be easily damaged. Also, keep in mind that the animations and the current character model are just placeholders. Nothing is finalized.
I've been working on all the 3D art for the game, among other things. Recently I've been working on a new character model, which is now mostly finished. It still needs a few final touches, like a face, but it's rigged and ready to animate. We also worked on a new map and have plans on how to further expand it. The map will be separated into 3 concentric sections, each section having a different theme, starting with caves in the first section, then ancient ruins in the second, and a sci-fi industrial look in the third. Once the game starts, players will spawn into the outer cave theme section. They'll be free to move around this area and collect loot and fight with one another for a few minutes until the doors to the second section open. At this point, the zone will start decreasing in size, just like in any typical battle royale game. As the zone continues to shrink, players will be forced closer to the centre of the map, where they will inevitably have to fight each other for first place. As players move further towards the centre of the map, progressing through sections 1 to 3, they'll find better equipment such as weapons and other stuff in crates placed around the map. As a side note, these crates are designed so that they don't have a definite up, much like the map, so they can be approached from either angle and behave the same.
Going forward, we have an idea to add some kind of tablet interface that the player can use to perform a variety of tasks, such as viewing a 3D map of the world. There will also be some kind of in-game economy, but we haven't decided on how this will function yet. We hope you enjoyed this devlog and welcome any feedback. This is our first narrated devlog and we hope to do more devlogs as we continue work on Blitzmotion. Feel free to join our Discord, the link is in the description below.